Hetfield. 14-year-old me is freaking out right now. Welcome to the project.
Hey, Waleed, how are you?
Hey, just before we get into this, before we started, I saw you drinking, it looked like tea, out of the last receptacle I expected James Hetfield to be drinking from. Can you show us that?
It's coffee. Yeah, I should be drinking out of an old boot, right?
Yes.
That's more my thing. Right?
Yes, or something that you smash on someone else's head or something. Like, please. Metallica's impact on music is undeniable.
This is one of the best songs ever written to me. I mean, it's a song that never gets old.
And enduring, as proven by the drop of their 12th studio album, 72 Seasons. Well, congratulations on this album. It's your 12th studio album, 72 Seasons. What's it like releasing an album now compared to when you're starting out?
Well, it's still like giving birth, to a baby. It's a big, exciting event. This is what comes from our souls, and this is what we get to create. So anytime you're creating something and you're releasing it, the excitement is always still there, and we're doing our best at this age still.
Do you get nervous about people's? I mean, you're like, this is Metallica. Surely you could release, I don't know, an album of you sneezing or something, and it would be enormous.
Oh, you heard that one? We did a fart one.
Yeah.
Fart Christmas album. No, we care. We care a lot, about what we put out. And I don't know, we want to put out what we feel is our best.
They set that bar high from the beginning. Along with Anthrax, Megadeth and Slayer, Metallica are credited as the original Big Four of thrash. It's pretty epic when you think about it. What's it like being credited with inventing a genre?
I'd love to take credit for it, but it was just how it worked out. We were playing music that we wanted to hear, as simple as that. People don't understand how important things are in the moment when you're doing them until later on, which is great, because if we thought it was that important, we would have screwed it up, probably.
Yeah, you just got to let it flow, yeah.
Right.
People say a lot that rock is dead, and I can kind of see that argument, but metal definitely isn't. Why? What do you think's special about metal?
Gosh, it's a misfit music. It's an underground feeling still. It's like a rebel music. It's a thing you need to fight for. Every decade, rock is dead. That is fuel for a hard rock band. Absolutely.
There's a lovely moment recently where Elton John surprised you by saying that Nothing Else Matters is one of the best songs that's ever been written. But what did that mean, that sort of stamp of approval?
Well, Elton John he's quite an entity. He's quite a musical force, and he's written some amazing melodies, some classic songs that live in my heart. And for him to say that Nothing Else Matters is one of the best songs written, it brought me to tears, really. For him to say something like that, it nourished my soul right then and there.
Also, one of the few Metallica songs where you get to play a solo. I mean, was that really the secret? Should that have happened a lot more? Should you have elbowed Kirk and said, "Hey, mate, you're getting in the way here."
Yeah. Well, then he'll ask to sing, so then there might be a whole nother issue. But I'm not great at doing solos. I'm really good at melody. All of the harmony stuff that's on the album, that is my writing and playing. Kirk is fantastic at ripping. His nickname's the Ripper, so he can do that. I can't.
Kirk's a bit of a show-off, though, isn't he?
No, you know what? He's pretty grounded. He's pretty regular guy. But he likes his fashion, there's sparkly things showing up more and more, like bedazzling. Just get your Vans are bedazzled,
I don't think I expected ever to hear the word bedazzled in a conversation about Metallica. That's quite something. I think you might be the only band to have played on every continent. And you did this in a calendar year. I mean, talk me through the Antarctica gig. How did your fingers work?
Not any better than they usually work, really. It was a fantastic experience. All that started with my son being obsessed with the Guinness Book of World Records, you know, looking through there, and I'm thinking, how do I get in there to impress my son, you know? And it was fantastic. Brought my kids. They definitely got A's in science when they got home. Bringing rocks to their science teacher, you know, it was a joy for everyone involved.
That is the best show and tell session ever.
Yeah.
I brought this rock from Antarctica.
Here's some penguin bones, you know.
I love that you went for penguin bones. That's like the most metal thing you could have gone for in the context of Antarctica.
Absolutely. We saw them. They were scattered all over the place. That the seals love to grab them and just shake them, and they tear their skin off.
That sounds like a Metallica film clip of the future, that. I'll tell you that.
That should have been the cover of whatever we put out next, yeah.
Can you indulge me with one thing? Because, you know, I'm interviewing James Hetfield, and one of my favourite things that you ever do in all your songs is when you go, yeah! And I just think it's so, no one else can, yeah, like you. Would you give me one?
Okay. Yeah! Oh, yeah! Yeah, that's because I ran out of words, all right? But it needs a little something. I don't know. It's just a percussive growl.
It's great. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know how you summon it, but it clearly works everywhere, even Antarctica.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the album. I've no doubt there'll be many more, and maybe we'll get a chance to speak again on those occasions. But thanks so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
That was so great. It was so great watching you watch that, because you were just like watching it like this with dreamy eyes.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I see those guitars come out, I'm theirs. That's the album. What a great cover, by the way. It's the first studio album. It's called 72 Seasons. It's out every